Sports Time Ohio is your television home for the OHSAA Championships. Visit STOHD.com for a complete programming schedule. Sports Time Ohio, fans for life. 35-28 in favor of Trotwood. They've got the football to be second down at the Avon 41-yard line. Total offense through 3 quarters for Trotwood 437. Avon with 271. So a grand total of 708 yards of total offense through 3 quarters. And 63 points, and fans all on their feet on both sides as we've got a 7-point football game going to the 4th quarter.
Early on in the 3rd, you didn't expect this. Avon's really come on strong at the end of that 3rd quarter. 2nd and 6 right here. They just need to get it one stop to give their offense another chance.
But getting a stop, few and far between.
Yeah.
Simpson under center from the 41. Counter play, Jackson. Hole on the left side. 40, broke a tackle. Hit at the 35, spun down to the 33. Gain of 8, new set of downs for Trotwood. And you said a moment ago about Jackson's kind of that scat back, but you had also said earlier how he's kind of a powerful runner too.
He runs powerfully. I mean, just there, he was getting tackled, but then he plants his foot, twists like a wild man, and picks up another yard as he falls forward. I mean, they don't go down easy. He's got that little quick movement to him, but he's not an easy guy to take down.
They'll have to hurry as they get this play to the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock, so they got to get to the line fast. And Jackson will remain in the backfield. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Simpson in under center, got it off with 1. Jackson cuts back to the left and follows the pile to the 30-yard line. Gain of 3 for Ashton Jackson. 14 carries, 71 yards for Jackson. Starting running back Israel Green will come back into the game. 27 carries, a Division II state record 297 yards, and state record in Division II 5 touchdowns in a game. The 297 yards are the second most rushing yards in a game, state championship game at any level.
You going to share who the first was?
Tony Franklin. We covered it this morning. Handoff, Darian Heath, fullback, gets his 2nd carry, so now he's done for the night. He gets to the 28. We hit it earlier when we were all excited about Haber's 188-yard performance. Tony Franklin from St. Peter's Chanel, 393 yards in a game against Marion Pleasant back in 2001.
393. I mean, this has been amazing. You know what this kid has done tonight, and you add another 100 yards onto that. That's nuts.
All right, big play for the Avon defense. 3rd down and 5. It's Green up the middle, cutting it to the right. They hit him at the 25, and he falls forward right at the 1st down marker. And he's going to be short. They spot it back at the 24. It'll be 4th and 1 again. And they're going to go for it here.
It looks like it might be 4th and just, half of a yard. Bringing the big boy in again, put him in the backfield and let him lead block. This is another one of those, you got to be careful. It could bounce outside, go to the house just like we saw before, though. So it gives the defense a whole different thing to worry about because it's already happened once.
Henry Powell, defensive lineman, a extra blocker in the backfield. 4th and a yard. It's Green. Oh, busted play. Simpson, the quarterback, though, will get into the hole and pick up the 1st down. Simpson, I believe it was Simpson, turned the wrong way because Heath and Green both went right. Simpson looked left. And because of Heath and Green, they ended up being lead blockers and opened up a pretty good-sized hole, and they picked up almost 5 yards.
I'll tell you, that hole was so big that the quarterback could go to the wrong side, not have anybody hand the ball to, turn around and run up through the same hole that the running back just went through. I mean, this offensive line is just getting some movement, and it's hard to stop an offense when you have 2 great tailbacks like this and the offensive line is moving people.
Stay with the same big formation. Green, that's the play they wanted to run a minute ago. Head down, 15, carrying guys down to the 12. 8 more for Israel Green. 2nd down and about 2 or 3 coming up now for the Trotwood offense.
I would love to see how many of his yards are after contact. He just is mulling through people, making people miss. I mean, it's amazing. He just drug a couple people for an extra 3 yards on that play right there. I mean, I'd say a lot of those yards are coming after contact, first contact.
8.5 minutes and counting. Stay with the power formation. Jackson back in the lineup. He'll get the carry going left behind Heath. Hit at the 10. Makes his way near the 5 and down right there. 7 for Ashton Jackson. And it'll be first down and goal to go.
I mean, this offense is just moving. I think they came out from halftime, and at halftime they just said, hey, we're going to make them stop our run. We're not going to put the ball in the air. We're not going to, put the ball in jeopardy of getting it turned over. As long as our tailbacks take care of the ball, don't fumble it, we're going to run them and make them stop us. And we just haven't been able to do that, with the exception of the one punt in the second quarter.
Here's Jackson at the 5, spins down near the 3, possibly the 2-yard line. And they'll leave Jackson in the backfield. Israel Green 5 touchdowns tonight. Only he and Hilliard Davidson's Bo DeLandy, as Green now will check back in, have scored 5 touchdowns in a state championship game. And now with Green in the backfield, he's got a chance for a state record number 6.
He wants to be the only one.
Second down and goal from the 2. Power eye to the left. Green to the left. Hit at the 2 and stayed on his feet. Got down to the 1. Great tackle by Corey Furness. It'll be third down and goal.
It's a great tackle just to hold on there. But you see, first contact, he spins and just keeps moving his legs. Almost puts it in there. Knee down just at the half-yard line. But that close to having his 6th touchdown of the day. And, of course, they're going for it, because they haven't been stopped for a loss, so it's third down there. I mean, they're just going to go ahead and put this one in probably.
Green stays back there behind Heath and Henry Powell. Power eye left. Simpson gives to Green. Hit at the goal line. Near side official comes running in. Far side official says touchdown. It's a touchdown for Israel Green and the Trotwood Rams. And they're back up by 2 scores.
Look close, that's for sure. But the one referee saw it go across the plane, and that's all that matters. He's in for number 6. It's a special night.
This kind of turns into an important extra point. It's a 13-point lead now. Cosby will put it down. It is up, and it is good. He missed his first 2, but he's been good since. Timeout on the field, 6:35 to go. That was a big time-consuming drive as well for Trotwood, and they're back in front by 14, 42-28 here on the OHSAA Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Jerry Lucas. Everybody knows that high school sports give us excitement. They also give us leaders and role models, and they bring our communities together. Sometimes they give us heroes, other times they give us heartbreak. But they always give us an opportunity to learn, grow, and practice life skills. I know high school sports gave me a lot while growing up in Ohio, just as they do for today's young people. So shouldn't we give high school sports our full support?
You're listening to the State Football Championships on the Ohio High School Athletic Association Radio Network.
When you work at Farmers Insurance, you work with some pretty special people. Farmers people are members of value-based, performance-driven learning organization. Farmers Insurance is currently expanding in Ohio and has many positions available with comprehensive training provided. Call 800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com to see why Farmers was recently named one of Ohio's best small business opportunities in America. Farmers, we are insurance. We are Farmers. 6 rushing touchdowns tonight for Israel Green, and he's up over 310 yards on the night in rushing. And Trotwood-Madison around 430 yards of total offense on the night, and it's up to Avon with 6.5 to go to get back into the end zone.
You know, another good thing about, they get that ball at the start of the quarter on the 45-yard line, and they eat up 6 minutes of the clock. You know, that's pretty good efficiency by their offense to just take it to third down, get the first. Take it to third down, get the first. Even on the goal line, take it to third down, get the score. Just eating up that clock. helping their chances of pulling out this game.
Cosby's kickoff is away. Orr will take it back at the 5 in the middle of the field. 20-25, spins down at the 28-yard line, where the Avon offense will take over with 6:30 to play in the fourth quarter, down 42-28.
Our man, Darian Heath, in there on another tackle. Just keeps popping up all over the place. See if they have any more trick plays. Third time may be the charm on the hook and ladder. You never know. They may take it to the house this time. But being down 2 scores, they're going to need something quick here, because it's just, even if they would get a 3-and-out, if they could score and get a 3-and-out, they're still going to eat up some clock on that next possession.
O'Rourke on first down, wanted to come near side. He looked at a double team, now throws over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. It ended up going off of the hands of Mullins and was close to Carnavis on the reception. And it'll be incomplete, second down. 13 plays, 56 yards, 7-10 on that drive for Trotwood. I mean, that was just huge. And it's 42-28 now.
I mean, I got to imagine. I mean, the difference in time of possession was 19-4 or something along those lines. It's got to be even worse now.
Mullins will go in motion. They'll throw it to him out to the right. Catch at the 25, 30 to the outside, 35. Flag comes in and will nullify a first down catch by Jacob Mullins. 29 minutes to 11 total time of possession right now.
It's a pretty good difference right there, and Trotwood has had a couple good drives here in the second half, which has added to their lead on that. But that's just a long time for that defense to be out there playing against the run.
And a critical 7th penalty of the game against Avon. They had first down at the 40, and as it is, it's going to be second down and 14 back at the 25-yard line, down by 2 scores with 6:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Justin O'Rourke tonight, 20 out of 35 passing for 270 yards. They go 5 wide receivers, and O'Rourke will look to throw. They set up a bubble screen to Eckert, 25, 30, into the 34-yard line. They got 9 out of that. I was concerned when they started it. Just so many athletes for Trotwood. You figure that play is a tough one to execute.
Yeah, that's for sure. Oh, a little hurry-up offense right here, getting right up to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 5. It's got to be 4-down territory, I would think.
Definitely.
Down 2 scores with 5:45 to go, and you may not get the football back. They need the 39 here on 3rd down. 2 receivers right, 1 left. O'Rourke out of the gun. Drop back with time. Throwing near side, Eckert. Great hands catch at the 42-yard line. There's a marker down. You would assume pass interference on Burrows, but he didn't push off, did he? Eckert didn't push off.
I didn't see.
That's
I didn't
a
really
hold
see
defensively.
anything.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I didn't either. Hold defensively. That's just a perfectly thrown ball by O'Rourke.
That was a great ball.
And Eckert, who made a great catch last quarter, makes another good hands catch near the boundary. And it'll be first down for Avon once they sort this out.
Yeah, I don't know what that really shouldn't have happened. The defense they're in a cover 2 shell, making sure they have safety help over top so nobody can get deeper than the safeties. And Cam Burrows should be just playing his little flat right there. Should have been sitting underneath that route actually, but.
So it'll be first down now for Avon at the 45-yard line. Clock winding, 5:25 to play in the game. 42-28, Trotwood on top. O'Rourke and the Eagles going right to left. Will take a shotgun snap. Drops back, looks right, throws to Ross Douglas to the 40. Cuts up 45 and hit at midfield. Lowered his head down to the 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6 for Ross Douglas and the Eagles here on first down. And again, they kind of get back near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't know what may have been wrong with Ross Douglas, but that looked like he was kind of speedy on that play right there. I feel like they could have been using him out of the backfield a little bit more tonight. You know, instead of with those wide receiver screens, he looked to have some skills right there. 2nd
down and 3. O'Rourke will take the shotgun snap. They're getting to him. He rolls right, throws over the middle, and incomplete at the 41-yard line. Eckert was the intended receiver. Tight coverage that time by a couple of Rams, including McCray. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, these DBs are all over the place out there. You can tell why a few of them are first-team All-Ohioans. They are ball hawks.
So 3rd down and 3. They have to get to the 46. Empty backfield. O'Rourke takes the snap. They set up that bubble screen again. Mullins bobbled it, then caught by Eckert, and a 1st down at the 44-yard line. Some fortuitous bounces tonight on a couple of plays for Avon, and they'll get the 1st down because that could have been picked.
Eckert likes the old tip pass, right? He was the one in the end zone that caught the tip.
Ralph Smith had the deflection to himself on the interception for a touchdown.
I tell you, he just keeps his eye on the ball, never gives up on the play. Love to see that out of a receiver.
Eckert got hit. I think his shoulder pads came undone. He had to come off the field, and they try and get him hooked back together. At the 43, 1st down at Trotwood. They'll throw back right. No, going to go to Mullins at the 3rd. Oh, he dropped the ball. And dare I say, he heard Bam Bradley's footsteps coming.
That he did. He's seen a couple of those hits tonight. Saw that safety coming downhill fast. Got a little nervous. Was trying to make a move to make him miss before he caught the ball. That would have been a nice pickup on 1st down.
4:08 to play. Ralph Smith here to the near side. Mullins and Carnavis to the right. Still Eckert over here on the sideline on 2nd down and 10. O'Rourke takes the snap. Has time. Looks. Steps up. Throws late and incomplete. Boy, that was very lucky it wasn't intercepted. Boy, Mullins was wide open, and O'Rourke with a rare bad ball right there.
Yeah, he's stepping up, feeling some pressure that maybe wasn't there, feeling a little uncomfortable in the pocket. Steps up, has to throw over his offensive line and defensive line there. The ball's a little high. He's been very accurate tonight, throwing some really great balls. You know, that's just one that got away from him.
4:02. Again, 4-down territory here for Avon, so they need to pick up 10 yards on the next 2 plays. Play clock down to 5. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. They send a man in motion. They snap it just in time. O'Rourke to throw to the right for Eckert. Turned late, but made the catch right at the marker, and a 1st down. This guy's good, and that's why he's a first-team All-Ohio. And Matt Eckert, that ball's in the air, and I'm looking at Eckert, who's still in his pass pattern, turned and caught it with his hands, 11 yards, 1st down.
So he has definitely made some plays tonight, but what a ball to throw across the field like that when your receiver's not even looking at you, not even into his break yet. Put the ball right where it needs to be for the 1st down. You can tell these guys have thrown a lot of balls to each other.
Couple of seniors trying to come back here in the 4th quarter. 3:44 to go, down 2 scores. Fake pump left. O'Rourke running right. Penalty marker is down. Smith has got a catch. Tippy toes out of bounds at the 1, but there's going to be allegedly a holding penalty, and it is. It would have been 1st and goal at the 1 and a 10-yard penalty, and it's actually going to be more than that because of where the marker is. Yep.
Man.
2 critical holding penalties on this possession.
That's tough when you start to roll as a quarterback. You start to roll out, you find your guy, throw a good ball, you're down by the 1, all of a sudden you look back and there's a flag on the ground. That's one of the worst feelings. And leading this charge late in the 4th quarter, that would have been huge to get that 1st down, ball down by the 1, 1st and goal.
3:36 now. 1st down back at the 48. So it's 1st and 25. See if they can overcome it. O'Rourke takes the snap. They rush 4. He'll throw it to Carnavis. It's high and incomplete. He went up into the air. Cameron Burrows got a hold of him in the air and slammed him to the ground. And Carnavis a little slow and hobbled as he gets up and limps back to the huddle.
Saying he's all right. Don't send anybody in. He wants to finish this drive, be in there to help his offense out. Just took a hard hit. I'm sure that field with the weather the way it is isn't very inviting when you're in the air and come down hard on it.
Boy, no, I mean, that's just such a huge, huge penalty. I'm just going back. I mean, had it at the 1.
Yeah.
You get a score, 3.5 minutes to go.
45-yard penalty in all reality.
Now you still got to go, like you said, 45 more yards here. Set up that wide receiver screen. Mullen splits 2, and too many defenders out here. They bring him down at the 40. It'll be a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down and about 16 coming up.
And a lot of times those are easy balls to throw because there's not a lot of traffic, but I mean, those are actually, he's placing those in good spots. There's a lot of traffic running around there, and he's putting it right where it needs to be.
Well, they got to get at least half of this here.
Yeah.
Third down, they'll call it 17 at the 40-yard line. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Eckert back out there for the Eagles. O'Rourke takes the snap. Looking for Eckhart, all over him, Burrows, and the marker will come in. That's a good call. Burrows was all over Eckert, and that's going to be a new set of downs for Avon.
And that's got to be, what, 3 or 4 pass interference calls on Cam Burrows tonight. Just not getting the idea that you can't lay your hands on the receivers downfield. They're going to call it here.
I mean, it was a lot of hands on Eckert.
No. And it's been that way here for most of the second half. I don't know if Coach Elder got to them and kind of made a point of, hey, in that first half, those guys were all over my receivers, not letting them run their routes. Let's keep an eye on that here in a second.
All right, let's set the stage for you here now. First down and 10 at the 25. 2:50 and counting. Avon down by 14. They still have all 3 timeouts left here as well. 2 receivers to either side. And O'Rourke looking, surveying right, pressured, comes back to his left. Now will throw back of the end zone, and he overshoots an open Ralph Smith. And it'll be second down and 10.
Doing a good job. He's running around back in that backfield like a chicken with his head cut off, but just keeping plays alive. Finding Ralph Smith in the back of the end zone, just overshoots him. That would have been a nice play. And again, he's just doing a great job of staying away from getting tackled and keeping things going.
We're about 1 more completion away from Justin O'Rourke setting a Division II state passing record.
Really?
Eckert will go in motion to the right. O'Rourke takes the snap, steps up, throws over the middle through the hands of the defender, McCray. He was trying to hit tight end Greg Harrison, and it'll be third down and 10. O'Rourke 27 of 48 for 325 yards on the night. The Division II passing record is 333 by Alex Pidcock for Sylvania Southview over Cincinnati Anderson back in 2008's Division II state championship game when they came back and won it right at the very end. Third down and 10 at the 25. Douglas will shift to the right of O'Rourke. They need to get to the 15. Eckhart will go in motion to the right. O'Rourke will take the snap, but we're going to have a false start penalty against Avon, who refuses to stop shooting themselves in the foot. Third penalty on this drive. 2 holds and now a false start to make it 3rd and 15.
You know, we've kind of seen this all game long. They've just, I mean, not necessarily shooting themselves in the foot this badly, but penalties here and there, 12 men in the huddle, 12 men on the field. You know, I mean, it's just kind of been one of those things where it's been kind of an undisciplined night for them as far as penalties go.
So 3rd and 15, 2:37 left. Eckhart and Mullins here to the near side. Lance and Smith to the right. Now Eckhart goes in motion right. They'll run a screen back here for Douglas, who couldn't make the catch because he and an offensive lineman got tangled up, and that could have gone for big yards.
Oh, that's
He
tough.
and the center, Will Miller, got tangled up. And now with the season on the line and 4th and 15, it'll be Avon using the first of their 3 timeouts here in the second half.
That is tough situation to be in. A lot of times the only thing you can do there is loft the ball so the tailback can go and make a play on it himself, but big 4th down coming up.
And with this timeout, let's allow our stations a chance to identify themselves. Trotwood 42, Avon 28, 2:35 to go in the 4th. 10-second pause here on the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
To be the official fuel service provider of the OHSAA and SportsOhio.com. Visit Marathon.
2:35 to go, 4th quarter. Todd Bell and Justin Zwick with you here at Tiger Stadium in Massillon. Trotwood on top 42-28. A bizarre possession here for Avon. This will be the 16th play of this current drive. They've had 3 offensive penalties. One of the penalties cost them the football at the 1-yard line. And now they're staring at 4th and 15 from the 30. They have to get to the 15-yard line. And in essence, this is the ball game and your season right here for the Avon Eagles.
See what more tricks they have in their bag for a big 15-yard gain. You've seen the hook and ladder twice tonight. There's got to be something else there for this kind of situation.
They got 2 in the backfield here. Two receivers right, one to the left. That's Mullins. O'Rourke to throw. Steps up, throwing right for Eckert. He's up into the air. It's batted and incomplete. And Trotwood will take over on downs. Cameron Burrows, he and Eckert have been battling all night long.
That's an understatement.
And you know what? Eckert wasn't open, but he hasn't been open all night.
Yeah.
And he's been battling for plays, and you know what? You just might as well go to him. He's the best guy you got, and see if he can make a play. And Burrows was one better. You got 2 first-team All-Ohioans battling there, and Trotwood will take over on downs.
It was almost like a fade stop. You had him going deep. You kind of stopped him, throwing it to his back shoulder, hoping he can go up and make a play. He's made a lot of plays tonight. That one just wasn't meant to be.
Kind of a tough one to complete 15 yards downfield. The Trotwood Rams are going to win their first state championship in their 3rd try. And they've done so behind the state record performance of Israel Green, who is in the backfield. 2:28 to go. And up 2 scores, 42-28. They'll turn and give to Green, 30, and tripped up at the 33-yard line, and that saved a big chunk of yards on a tackle by safety Matt Hulkenberg. We saw him early in the game make some plays, and Avon will use the 2nd timeout that they are allotted. Green, 32 carries, 314 yards, most ever in a Division II game, 2nd most in a state championship game. And unless Avon gets the ball back, O'Rourke's going to fall just short of a passing record, although he's thrown the ball 50 times today.
He's thrown the ball very well, in my opinion, tonight. He's done a good job of staying patient, staying poised in the pocket, and finding guys downfield. And even the little screens and this and that he's throwing have been on the money, because this defense hasn't made anything easy on him tonight. And he sat in there and delivered the ball to spread it around to all of his receivers.
Louisville's Neil Seaman back in 2007 was 29 of 50, 29 of 45 passing in that game. So O'Rourke with 50 pass attempts, 2nd most in a Division II state championship game, and 2 completions shy of Seaman's 29 in a game. I mean, I told you it would be a lot of points.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd know the game would go this way.
Yeah.
Been kind of a crazy game. It started that way with 3 turnovers very abruptly in this game. And it's just kind of unfolded into one of those statisticians' nightmares.
Just trying to keep up. All these numbers flying around.
2nd down and 6 from the 34. And Israel Green again the carry, and this time dumped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Tackled by Ryan Rogers. 3rd down, and they'll give him credit to the 35. So 3rd down and 5 now, and Avon uses its last timeout with 2:18 to play in the game. Tomorrow morning, Buckeye Central will take on Marion Local, a pair of 12-2 teams in the Division VI state championship game. At 3 p.m., it'll be Kenton and Mr. Football Matty Mock taking on Norwayne. And then in Division I tomorrow night, Pickerington Central will take on St. Ignatius. That'll be at 7 o'clock. Justin and I will be here for that middle game at 3. Randy Reinhardt and A.J. Trapasso over at Fawcett Stadium will have the Division VI and I state championship games tomorrow. Looks like the weather is going to be phenomenal. So if you are in the Buckeye State listening, why not come on to Stark County and take in a couple of the state championship games tomorrow.
They've been lucky today as well. I mean, you look at tonight, it's chilly out, but no wind and no snow or rain, and it's got a cold field down there, but we're up here in this nice cold press box.
All right, for Avon, any chance left, they've got to get a stop here. Even then, they'll get the ball back with no timeouts, less than 2 minutes, and need 2 scores. But always a chance, and it's got to come on this play right here. Trotwood has not thrown a pass in the second half.
Why?
We said that, right?
Exactly,
after that opening drive?
I mean,
when they went up 35-14, we said they're not going to throw again.
No, I think at halftime they said, hey, we're not going to throw this ball. We're not going to put the ball in the air until they stop us running, and that just hasn't happened.
And Avon will jump offside on a hard count by Simpson, and it will give them a first down. Or will it? A little bit of confusion, and they will say it is first down. And now Coach Elder's like, wait a minute, why is it a first down?
Wanted to bring the chains out to confirm, but I think they got it right.
I do too. So from the 40, new set of downs, Israel Green slips through and picks up 5 more. And the clock now will wind, closing in on 2 minutes to go in the game.
We're going to get a steady dose of Israel Green here in the last 2 minutes, and I'm sure they're hoping to just be able to run this clock out.
And using all of the clock that they can. And you can hear the Rams fans over there on the far side. They're about to wrap up a undefeated season. Green near midfield, almost slipped out of a tackle. Hulkenborg made the stop at the 49 of Avon. That will be another first down. And with 1:36 to go, they can just about start to kneel on it.
Spectacular performance out of this offensive line, and Israel Green and Ashton Jackson. I mean, these guys really played a great game tonight. Not what we thought. We thought more was going to be. I thought it was going to be more of an air show by both teams tonight. But Trotwood-Madison thought they could run the ball, and with those 2 backs they have, I'd have been doing that all season long.
Dominated that offensive line all night long. They do kneel on it. They'll have to do that a couple of more times. And Israel Green will finish the night with 34 carries. I beg your pardon, they just refreshed the screen on me here. 35 carries, 326 yards, and 6 touchdowns in tonight's game.
It's not a bad night. Not a bad night's work. Jeez.
The 6 touchdowns and the 326 yards are both Division II records. The 6 touchdowns are an all-division record, and the 326 are second all-time in the 40 years of the tournament. And the referee will not put the ball ready for play, and the Trotwood Rams celebrate as they will win the state championship by a final score tonight of 42-28.
Avon had a lot of fight in that second half. I mean, give them credit.
Yep.
They fought back to within a score, just didn't have enough on the defense side of the ball to stop that running game. And I don't know how anybody did this whole year, to be honest. I mean, that the combination of that offensive line and those 2 backs, that had to be tough.
Teams exchanging handshakes now at midfield. Always a tough thing to do when you're the losing team, but even harder when the other team is jumping up and down and celebrating, and unfortunately you have to go through.
Yeah. It's one of the hardest things to do at the end of a season when you didn't end up winning the game. That's for sure. I can tell you from experience.
All right, final score. It is Trotwood 42 and Avon 28. We'll take a timeout and allow our local stations a break here. And we'll come back and start our postgame. You're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
There's nothing like a crowd screaming and the band playing, an entire community showing its support. Hi, I'm Chris Spielman. I had a lot of thrills playing football in college and in the pros. But there was just as much excitement playing in high school. Sometimes there are heroes and sometimes there's heartache, but high school football creates memories that will last a lifetime. So please show your support for high school sports, where the lessons learned help build the leaders of tomorrow.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Packers.
Vikings.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we make a real difference in the building blocks of life. Children succeed in school, families gain financial stability, the health of our neighbors improves, and suddenly so do our communities. Real change won't happen without you.
Live United.
So give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Sign up today at liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Tonight's Division II State Championship game has been brought to you by Chocolate Milk. Refuel with chocolate milk. Farmers Insurance, because ready feels good. East Bay, the athletic sports source. Sports Time Ohio, fans for life. Marathon Oil, fueling the American spirit. Time Warner Cable, the power of you. And by Taco Bell, think outside the bun. The Trotwood Rams are Division II state champions for the first time as they defeat Avon 42-28 behind a state record performance of Israel Green. And the handshake line concluding, Coach Mike Elder talking to his Avon Eagles over here to our left, and Trotwood continues its mass celebration out there in scattered chaos on the field. And just quite a football game here tonight. We've had 3 games, 2 teams win their first ever state championship, setting up a day for Saturday that we'll have for you here on the OHSAA radio network. And well, we talked about it, Justin, early. We saw Maple Heights lose and then come back and win. Trotwood-Madison now pulls the same trick as they win it after losing last year.
Yeah, it's good experience for these kids to come and play, and things don't always go the way you want them to, but to keep after it and get back to the same place the next year, it shows what they're all about.
So we're about ready for the trophy presentations down on the field. Tony Mantell and Phil Stevens representing the board of directors down on the field. And Steve Neal, assistant commissioner of the OHSAA, will momentarily be presenting the runners-up trophy here for the Avon Eagles, a team that will finish the season at 13-2. They lost their last regular season game to Lake Catholic 25-21. They were champions of the West Shore Conference, and for the second time they will
Ladies and gentlemen,
they had gotten to a state semifinal, first time to a state championship game, and coming up a little bit short here tonight in a quite an effort. The Avon Eagles tonight, 326 yards of total offense. Justin O'Rourke, 27 of 50 passing for 325. How about these numbers? I didn't even look at this. Jacob Mullins tonight, 11 catches for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Matt Eckert, 9 catches for 102 yards and a touchdown.
Those are 2 great receivers there. I mean, those are his go-to guys. Had big games tonight, just not big enough. I mean, the thing about that is, 26 total yards and 325 are passing. Just got no run game whatsoever to speak of tonight.
Mullins' 11 reception ties a Division II record with Brandon Matthew from Louisville in that game that Neil Seaman had all those pass completions in Division II back in 07 against Cincinnati Anderson. Let's go down to the field now and listen in to Steve Neal as he will present the runners-up trophy to the Avon Eagles.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to the Eagles on an outstanding game today. What a tremendous season and a great playoff run, and most importantly, you stay strong into the last tick on that clock tonight. Let's give them a big round of applause. As you remember that this trophy symbolizes more than just wins and losses. This trophy is about the journey. This trophy is about coming together as a team, and most importantly, bringing together the community as well as the school to represent yourselves at the highest level. Let's give them a big round of applause. It's my pleasure to present you the Division II trophy as a runner-up for the state football championships for 2011. Congratulations, gentlemen. Great tournament.
Avon Eagles getting their state runners-up trophy. 42-28, Trotwood a winner. Back with their trophy presentation after this on the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
You know that low-fat chocolate milk is the perfect way to fuel up for any kind of fun and games? Chocolate milk is the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association because eating healthy foods like low-fat chocolate milk and staying active will help you feel your best and keep you at the top of your game. Be sure to fuel up with chocolate milk because it tastes great and provides the same 9 essential nutrients found in white milk. Visit drink-milk.com to get facts on chocolate milk.
Proud to stand on our own, proud to be homegrown, a familiar face and a name you know. Come on, we know you, we know your needs, we know what being a neighbor means. Can you hear it? Fueling the American spirit. No matter when, no matter where, Marathon will take you there.
Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
You're listening to the State Football Championships on the Ohio High School Athletic Association Radio Network.
Steve Neal, Ohio High School Athletic Association Assistant Commissioner, assisted by OHSAA Board of Director members Tony Mantell and Phil Stevens, will present the 2011 Division II State Championship Trophy to the Rams from Trotwood-Madison High School.
Gentlemen, 15 games and 15 wins. The third time that this team has been a state championship, and the third time has been a charge. You have represented your school and your community to the highest degree with great sportsmanship. You came together as a team and you played into the last pick on the top to come out as the champion this year. It is my pleasure to give you the championship trophy on behalf of the OHSAA Board of Directors, member schools, and staff for 2011. Gentlemen, congratulations.
So the Trotwood Rams gets their state championship trophy. Now, don't put that one in.
No, I'm putting this one in.
No, you need to have this one. We're trying to put windows back in on the air.
What are you talking about? Why can't I put this one in?
Because you don't have the right parts. This is live radio right now, by the way. Marathon drive of the game. Where's my script? There it is. Marathon, proud to be the official fuel service provider of the OHSAA and support high school student athletes across the state of Ohio. Visit marathon.com to plan your next trip. Marathon has over 5,000 locations to serve you. Marathon, fueling the American spirit. Drive of the second
Marathon
half.
Drive of the game is the first drive of the fourth quarter. They ate up 7 minutes. Avon gets the ball back with 6 minutes to go in the fourth, down by 2 touchdowns. I think that's the one that put it out of reach.
13 plays, 56 yards. in 7 minutes and 10 seconds. And it was very important because they had just cut it to 35 to 28. So that's our marathon drive of the game here in our second half. Trotwood a winner by the final score of 42 to 28. Let's give you some of the numbers here for Trotwood. They finished with 436 yards rushing and 492 yards of total offense in the game. They didn't throw a pass in the second half. Simpson went 6 of 9 for 56 yards. You throw on Ashton Jackson, 16 carries, 81 yards, and I mean they just they got it done tonight on the ground.
Yeah, they did, and it was just they weren't going to be denied all night long. They came out at the beginning of the game, ran in the first 3 plays, I think it was, and just didn't stop the entire game.
42-28, one final timeout. Back to wrap it up in Massillon after this on the OHSAA Radio Network, fueled by chocolate milk.
College football's only 2-time Heisman Trophy winner, Ohio State's Archie Griffin, on sportsmanship.
Interscholastic athletics are about much more than wins and losses and the thrill of competition. They're about sportsmanship, representing your school, and setting the foundation for a lifetime of success. Participation in junior high and high school sports is a privilege, not a right, and the member schools of the Ohio High School Athletic Association follow a higher set of standards than non-school teams. Remember that when we talk about student athletes, the word student comes first for a reason.
A message from the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
I'm Professor Burke from the University of Farmers, where even the chaff is wheat, and this is a pop quiz. True or false? Finding discounts means clipping coupons. False. By sitting down with a farmer's agent, you'll get access to discounts that could save you hundreds on home and auto insurance. If you said true, put down the scissors and start saving on more than just canned yams.
We are insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Call a farmer's agent to see how you can save on auto and home insurance. Find your local agent at farmers.com.
This is Bill Hoskett, and you're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network.
Thank you very much. It's been a great night here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium.
Oh, I'm on.
Yeah, you are. I was trying to go for it.
Oh. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our last broadcast.
Oh, goodness. Just trying to put things back together here in the booth. Getting out of control.
Wow. Well, a great night of football and a championship game performance by Israel Green tonight, and you think the fans over there are going to have some fun over there tonight?
Boy, they're still out there. So kids running around with no shirts on. I mean, they're enjoying this one, and you know,
playing hacky sack
deserved.
with something out here. I don't know what is going on.
And the band's playing. They might just have a school dance out here tonight.
Quite a night. We've got 3 more games coming your way tomorrow. Division 6 at 11 o'clock, Division 4 at 3, and Division 1 tomorrow night at 7 o'clock right here on the OHSAA Radio Network. Again, our final score in this Division 2 state championship game, Trotwood 42 and Avon 28. So until tomorrow, we will see you at Fawcett Stadium at 11 o'clock. On behalf of our producers, Tim Street, and engineer Joe Ternovan, our director tonight, Ty Higgins, and my broadcast partner, Justin Zwick, this is Todd Bell. Congratulations to the Rams of Trotwood-Madison, champions in Division 2. The preceding has been a presentation of the OHSAA Radio Network, fueled by chocolate milk.